A very good evening, dear students. In yesterday's class, I have introduced the new chapter Statistics, isn't it? In today's class, I am going through the first basic introductory topic in the chapter Statistics, that is nothing but the measures of dispersion. The measures of dispersion or the measures of scatter in a data is measured on the basis of the observations and the types of the measures of central tendency used there. You know that the measures of central tendency are mean, mode and median, isn't it? There are following measures of dispersion. First one is range, second one is quartile deviation, third one is mean deviation, and the fourth one is standard deviation. In this chapter, we shall study all of these measures of dispersion except the quartile deviation. That means here in this chapter, we are going through the measures of dispersion named as range, mean deviation and standard deviation. We will not concentrate on the measure of dispersion which is named as quartile deviation. One by one measures of dispersion I will explain over here. The first one is range. Example, consider the runs scored by two batsmen in their last 10 matches as follows. Batsman A has scored these many runs in the last 10 matches and batsman B has scored these many runs in the last 10 matches in which they have participated. In the above example of runs scored by two batsmen A and B, we had some idea of variability in the scores on the basis of minimum and maximum runs in each series, as we have discussed in terms of the scattering on the number line with respect to the runs in which they have scored in the last 10 matches, as we have discussed in the last class. I hope you have understood that scattering and all. To obtain a single number, for this we find the difference of maximum and minimum values of each series. This difference is called the range of the data. Now consider, for batsman A, the minimum score scored by him is equal to 0 and the maximum score scored by him is 117. In case of batsman A, the range is nothing but the difference of the maximum value with respect to the minimum value. If you carry out the calculation, you will get 117 minus 0 is exactly equal to 117. Now once again see here, the maximum score scored by batsman B is equal to 60 and the minimum score scored by the batsman B is equal to 46. If you take the difference of the term 46 from the term 60, that is the maximum value taken difference with the minimum value, you will get exactly equal to 14. Clearly, now see here, range of A you have got for batsman A as equal to 117 and the range for batsman B you have got exactly equal to 14. Clearly, you can make out the fact that range of A is strictly greater than range of B. Therefore, the scores are scattered or dispersed in case of the batsman A, while for batsman B, they are very close to each other, as we have discussed in the last class in terms of the scattering on the number line by indicating the runs scored by both batsman A and batsman B. Go through once again that scattering or the dispersion. Thus, we will get range of a series as exactly equal to maximum value taken difference with the minimum value. The range of the data gives us a rough idea of variability or scatter but doesn't tell about the dispersion of the data from a measure of central tendency. For this purpose, we need some other measure of variability. Clearly, such measure must depend upon the difference or the deviation you may call of the values from the central tendency. That means range of a series is not at all giving the information of the scattering or difference with respect to the considered measure of central tendency. That means it is not at all saying how the data points which are given with respect to the series are scattered or dispersed from the either from the mean or median or or mode. That is the meaning of this sentence. Thus, the important measures of dispersion which depend upon the deviations of the observation from a measure of central tendency are mean deviation and standard deviation. Now, hereby I am going to introduce the new measures of dispersion. First, I will introduce the concept of mean deviation. The deviation of an observation x from a fixed value, call it as capital small a, is the difference, that is x minus a. This one is read as deviation or the difference of the data point from the measure of central tendency, that is indicated as small a, or the fixed value you may call. In order to find the dispersion of values of x from a central value small a, we find the deviations about a, that is indicated as like this. An absolute measure of dispersion is the mean of these deviations. That means you are supposed to find out the deviations of each and every observation from the fixed value, and you are supposed to take their summation, and then the summation term is should be divided by the number of observation. That will give the absolute measure of dispersion as the mean of these deviations. We will go through all these things in the upcoming part. To find the mean, we must obtain the sum of the deviations, isn't it? But we know that the measure of central tendency lies between the maximum and the minimum values of the set of observations, as we have learnt in the previous class. Therefore, some of the deviations will be negative and some may be positive. Thus, the sum of deviations may vanish. That means if you take the summations of the deviation, some of the observations will be negative and some of the observation may be positive. They will cancel with each other and the resultant become equal to 0. Moreover, the sum of the deviations from mean, that is indicated as x bar, is equal to 0. Also, we will find out this result, that is mean of deviations is equal to the ratio of or the divisibility of sum of the deviations by number of observations. Here you are going to take the summation of the deviations you have calculated with respect to the measure of central tendency and divide it by the number of total observations. If you do that, you will get, as we have explained in this case, the sum of the deviations may vanish. That means it may be equal to 0 divided by the number of observations, that is n. Thus, you will get mean of deviations is exactly equal to 0. Thus, finding the mean deviations about the mean is not of any use for us as far as the measure of dispersion is concerned. In finding a suitable measure of dispersion, we require the distance of each value from a central tendency or a fixed number small a. The absolute value of the difference of two numbers gives the distance between the numbers when represented on a number line. Thus, to find the measure of dispersion from a fixed number, you may call it as the measure of central tendency or the central value small a, we may take the mean of the absolute values of the deviations from the central value small a. This mean is called the mean deviation. Thus, mean deviation about a central value or the measure of central tendency a is the mean of the absolute values of the deviations of the observation from the central value small a. The mean deviation from a is denoted as m dot d with respect to the central value a, that is md of a. Therefore, what you will get at the last, that is mean deviation about the central value. It may be the measure of central tendency, either mean or median. The formula is like this, that is the mean of the sum of the absolute values of the deviations from the central value small a divided by the number of observations. That means what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to take the first deviations of each and every observations xi minus a from the central value, and then you are supposed to take its absolute value. That means you are supposed to calculate the modulus of the deviations of each and every data point from the central value. Then you are supposed to take their summation as I running from 1 to n, and you are supposed to divide the resultant term by the number of observations. This one is the meaning of mean deviation of the given data points from a fixed value or the central value small a. I hope you have understood the meaning of this formula, how it can be expressed in terms of the mathematical notation. Now here you are having one remark that is saying that mean deviation may be obtained from any measure of central tendency. That means either you can consider the measure of central tendency as mean or median or mode. However, mean deviation from mean and median are commonly used in statistical studies. We will go through the method of finding the mean deviation about the mean and median for ungrouped data points in the next class. Dear students, I hope you have understood the explanations which I have given in today's class for the concept of measures of dispersion. I will continue with the method of finding the measure of dispersion, that is regarding mean deviation about the mean and median in the upcoming classes. Thank you. Have a nice day. If you are feeling any sort of confusions or further clarifications are required for you people, you may feel free to ask.